welcome back to my channel. So I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Today's video is actually, okay, here's what happened, y'all. Glo Minerals sent me their new Luxe liquid foundation and then also their powder foundation, and I wanted to do a review and I wanted to kind of show you what it looks like at the end of the day, demo it, and tell you my thoughts on these two products. But then I was like, while I'm filming, I might as well use some other Glo Minerals products that I actually purchased myself. That way you could just kind of see what I think of the range as a whole. And so it's kind of like a get ready with me demo review. So before we go into all of that, let me just talk a little bit about this foundation. It retails, I think it retails for about $52, which is quite expensive for a foundation, but it is a beautiful foundation. One thing I will say is I have combo skin and it gets super luminous throughout the day to the point sometimes that I have to blot, which is where the powder comes in really handy, because then you can set it with a powder, which really helps control the oils. And then if you do have to touch up throughout the day, you can just throw this in your bag and just, you know, add some powder where you're getting oily. So I did want to make note of that because it does tend to get super illuminating. Although my friend Leslie did a full get ready with me on this with this foundation, and she is more oilier, and she says that it doesn't cause excess oils. So that is something to note. However, I did get pretty oily in the T-zone to the point over the last few days that I have had to blot kind of midday. But I will say this is a super long wearing foundation, and like I said, at the end of the video I'll kind of show you what it looks like at the end of the day. It blends so beautifully, and if you guys saw my review last week on the Kevin Aquan foundation, whatever it is, that was a nightmare to blend. This is like a dream to blend. So that is definitely something to note. You also don't have to use a ton of product to get a good amount of coverage. It comes in 8 different shades, and I will leave the link to Glo Minerals in the description box below. But if you guys want to see kind of how this product works and how all these other blush, bronzer, highlight, all of that stuff, if you want to see it in action, just keep watching. Okay, let's get into the demo. One thing I want to say is my favorite primer to use with this foundation is the Smashbox Pore Filling Primer, because I feel like this is oil free. I feel like it almost kind of mattifies it a little bit, and it also fills in your pores. So that's one thing that's kind of iffy on this foundation, is it can kind of sink into your pores. But let's get started. And I want to warn you guys, this is the color Almond. This is legit my summer shade, but I'm going to kind of blend it down my neck. Just forgive me for the color. I know it's a little off. I was going to self tan. I just legit pump it onto an F80. I don't prefer to use this with the Beauty Blender. I was going to self tan for this, but how can I put it? I'm too lazy. I've really enjoyed not self tanning through this winter, and I'm not ready to start that trend back. So we're gonna make this work, but I do think that when I self tan, this will be perfect for me. Any kind of foundation that's too dark, you can always mix a lighter foundation with it, which I've done a couple of times. I've mixed this with a couple different foundations just to make it lighter, and I do like the way that works. But I wanted to use just this foundation so y'all can see in the demo. So you see how easy that blended? That's one thing I love about, ever since I tried that Kevin Aquan, I'm just so grateful for foundations that actually blend easily. So there's that. I'm going to put a little bit more because I didn't even do my forehead yet. I wore this headband so I could keep my hair out of my face. Okay, I wore this headband because I didn't want to do my hair. Why am I trying to lie? No, it does help to keep the hair out of my face when I'm putting makeup on, but it also helps because I haven't washed my hair in like 4 days. So, don't judge. Okay, so you see how well that applied? It applies so beautifully. And it covers really, really, really well. I should probably add some down my neck, but you can see the coverage and the way it looks right now. I am going to, I'm going to do my concealer on camera with you guys because I want to also show you, okay, here's the deal. I have combo skin, so I get super oily in the T-zone, and then my cheeks kind of are a little bit more dry, but they're not dry patches like they were a few weeks ago. I mean, I had like some dry, crusty patches going on. I don't have that going on right now, but I find with this foundation, I do need to set it with a powder, especially in my T-zone. So I'm going to go ahead and do my concealer with you guys right now. That way you can see how it looks after I apply powder. I've been having all kinds of issues, girl, with my concealer. What's it called? Creasing. So I've been just using the smallest amount of concealer, and I haven't been doing a lot of, I mean, it doesn't crease like on my, right here, but up under my eyes. I haven't been doing a lot of, you know, the triangle shape or whatever. So I am not gonna, I just apply a little bit under my eyes to kind of brighten it. And it kind of helps this foundation blend too, because it doesn't look so out of my color shade, you know. And then I'm trying everything, y'all. I have been trying to just blend it in with my finger and just patting it in, my concealer, in hopes that the warmth of my finger will really help that concealer not crease. But it really hasn't helped. So you guys are going to have to help me figure something out, because I'm getting so annoyed. I've never had creasing this bad with concealer, and it's not this concealer, because I've been trying like all different kinds of concealers, you know. It's so frustrating. So if y'all see me like starting to do super smoky on the lower lash line, it's because I'm covering up my wrinkles up under there. Maybe that's what it is, girl. Maybe it's just my wrinkles. Okay, I'm going to set this with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And I'm sure y'all have heard me say this in a million videos. You don't have to get the Secret Brightening Powder. You can get the e.l.f. one, which is $3 or $5 or something. $3. And it's the same product, in my opinion. So the next thing, I find that the best way, I have used this Glo Minerals. This is their pressed foundation in Golden Light. And I have taken this in my purse and used this just to kind of blot, and it works beautifully. But at the beginning of the day, I just take a big fluffy powder brush. This is the large powder F30 from Sigma. I've been an affiliate with them for like, I don't know, almost a year probably. I never mention it, but I always have my affiliate link if you ever want Sigma. I hate mentioning stuff because I don't want y'all to think I'm trying to get you to buy it. Honestly, the Real Techniques one is just as good. I just grabbed this one today, not gonna lie. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take it and powder my T-zone. And that's it. I mean, this kind of mattifies this foundation. I didn't put any more product. I'm just kind of blending it. But it is a beautiful finish. Okay, so now that that's done, since I have Glo Minerals face products as well as this foundation, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how all of this applies as well. This is the Sunlight Bronzer. This was my first Glo Minerals product, and I fell in love. I fell in love with this bronzer. So you can see how it applies over the foundation. It is so, what's the word that I want to use? It is so amazing. I mean, it's no work. There's no work to it. Now, I'm not contouring, but there's absolutely no work to this. You dip your brush in, tap it off, and legit just put it on and it blends itself, which I love products like that. I looked up and I thought I wasn't filming, and I was like, girl, you gotta step up your game. So yes, I love this. Definitely recommend this bronzer. And then the next thing I have is a Glo Minerals blush. Now, I did buy this. It's in the color Sweet. I definitely recommend this blush. It's so pretty. The powder products are amazing. All of these products, you know what the formula reminds me of? They remind me of Becca products. The way they blend, they feel like Becca blushes, they apply, they wear like Becca blushes. They're amazing. And then this is the Candle Dual Shimmer Highlight from Glo Minerals. This one is a little bit too dark for me, but I'm obsessed with this one. So yeah, you definitely need that one in your life too. And there is the way that looks. Look at that. It's so pretty. I like these powder products for sure. So, there is that. So I went ahead and did my lower lash line. If you want to know what I have on my eyes today, I always list it below. But this is the new, MAC came out with these 9-pan mini eyeshadow palettes. They are so cute. Basically, it's the same size as a MAC quad, and it's the same price essentially, but you get 9, which some people might frown on, but honestly, when are we ever going to hit pan on an eye product, us makeup addicts? This is the burgundy ×9. So that's what I have on my eyes, and then on my lips, I just popped on this Sephora Lip Luster Matte Longwear Lip Color in Fig, which I love. So that is it. I will check back in here in just a little bit. That way you can really see how this looks throughout the day. Okay, I'm back and it is 7 o'clock. Y'all are like zoomed out or something. So here is my face. It's been on for 9 hours now. I haven't touched up at all, and it looks a little bit dewy, but not as bad as a couple of other days. So maybe I was just having a super weird skin day. It is kind of oily in the T-zone. So I'm going to show you guys really quick what I would generally do. I have kids in here. It's like late at night and there's no other choice. So I would take this powder and I just use this little sponge thing, and I just take a little bit of powder and I just kind of touch up right there, and then maybe do it right here. One thing I will say about this foundation is, although it can get kind of oily, it honestly does not break down. I mean, that's kind of amazing in my opinion. Another thing I wanted to say that I forgot to say at the beginning of the video, it is what this foundation claims. It says, Luxe Liquid Foundation is formulated with light diffusing diamond powder, broad spectrum UV protection, and specialized moisturizing agents to deliver flawless, youthful complexion. So that's what they say. I really like it. I did, like I said, a lot of times whenever you have a foundation that gets oily like this, it breaks apart, and this one doesn't. It still looks really great after 9 hours. So I really like this foundation, and I think it's going to be really great in the summer. And yeah, definitely recommend it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you soon.